Hello everyone, welcome to my free online tutorial for the new SAT Math section. Now the problem that you see on your screen right now is taken from the first exam contained in the official SAT study guide just released by College Board. This is problem number 26 in the first exam in the calculator allowed section, right? So this is section 4, the calculator section, problem number 26 in the first exam. So this question is a typical word problem where you need to understand the relationship between two variables. Type A trees, the number of pairs for that type A trees produce, and the number of pairs that type B trees produce. Okay, two variables, and you need to understand the relationship based on what you read here. So let's see. Katerina is a botanist studying the production of pears by two types of pear trees. She noticed that type A trees produce 20% more pears than type B trees did. Based on Katerina's observation, if the type A trees produced 144 pears, how many pears did the type B trees produce? Right? So now, we're given that type A trees produce 144 pairs. And we're also given the fact that these same trees, type A trees that produce 144 pairs, they produce 20% more pairs than type B trees did. Right? So let's see how we can transform these words into mathematical symbols. So the first thing that should come to your mind is that if we know the value of, if we know how many pairs type A trees produced, which is 144, and we don't know the number of pairs that type B produced, type B tree produced, then we must express one in terms of the other, right? To find the second one, we need to express the first one in terms of the second one. So let's see. So the best thing you can do is express type A in terms of type B, right? So let A be the number of pairs produced by type A tree, right? So A is the number of pairs that type A produces, tree type A produces, and let B be the number of pairs produced by type B tree. Okay? So now that we assigned two variables to the number of pairs produced by each tree, we can express one number of pairs produced by one tree in terms of the second unknown number of pairs produced by the second tree, which is type B tree. And that's going to be A is equal to B plus 0.20b. Now, how did I get that? Well, let's read again. She noticed that type A trees produce 20% more pairs than type B trees did. So what does that mean? 20% more pairs means that not only it will be the same number as type B trees, but 20% means that an additional 20% of type B is included in type A trees, the number of pairs produced, right? 20% more means the number of pairs that type B trees produce, and also 1/5, right? 20% is 1/5, and an additional of 1/5 of the amount of pairs that type B trees produces. And so altogether, 1 plus 1/5, 6/5, right? 6/5 of type B, of the number of pairs that type B trees produces, is the number of pairs that type A trees produce. Okay? So which is why we have, so the same thing here, take a look. We have A, the number of pairs produced by type A, tree type A, which is the number of pairs produced by type tree type B, and also an addition of 20% of B as well, of the number of pairs produced by type B tree, right? So 20% more means that at least B, and also an additional 20% of B. That's what it means, and it pertains to the sentence 20% more pairs, right? At least the same number and also an additional 20%. So which is why we have b plus 0.20b. Now remember that 20%, if you want to express it as a number, you have to divide 20 by 100. Right? 20 divided by 100 will give you 0.20, right? So this pertains to the quantity that is 20% of something. And something is b, right? The number of pairs produced by tree type b. Right? So now that we see that the common variable is b here, we can combine it so that we only have one b as opposed to two b's. We have one b, and this is all a. It all expresses a, the number of the number of pairs produced by type A tree. Right? So we have one b now, and we can combine it because b times 1 is b, right, which is this, plus 0.20, and this quantity also multiplies b. So now that we have it as a simplified product, we can make the sum, so combining it into one term, which is 1.2, and 1.2 multiplies b, right? So now that we have a is equal to 1.2b. Okay? So now that we know that a is equal to 144, right? Because type A tree produces 144 pairs, it's given. Then we can substitute the value for a to equal 1.2b. So now that we substitute it, it's very easy to find b. You just divide both sides by 1.2, and you get b is equal to 120. Of course, you're going to use a calculator, but if you forget that you can use a calculator, you can simply multiply both sides by 10 and divide 1,440 divided by 12. Right? So divide 1,440 by 12, and you will get b is equal to 120. Okay, so the correct answer choice for this problem is B, 120.